Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Daniel Belokman. My metric number is AA19150. Today our group will discuss about engineering failure that happened in Malaysia. So our group decided to take the title that is second Penang Bridge that was collapsed on 6th of June 2013. Our group member is me, Muhammad Daniel Belokman, and Syuhada binti Muhammad Syukri, Razi Nur Hakimi bin Rohaizi, and Nur Atikah binti Nur Azam.
Assalamualaikum and good day. I am Nur Atikah bin Azam from Group 10 will explain the introduction and briefing of this project. So, construction generally defines as the processes involved in construction buildings, infrastructures, industrial facilities and related operation through the end of their useful lives as covered by the term construction in its most common usage. Construction normally begins with planning, finance and design and continues until the asset is finished and ready for use. It also includes any work to expand, extend or improve the asset as well as any work to repair, maintain or decommission it. Thorough planning, monitoring and control over health and safety duties are critical for the success of the building project. A safety management system reduces accidents and promotes employee morale by avoiding the worst case scenario from occurring in one of your locations. Without a doubt, safety is something that crucial that we must consider whenever we go. If you are unable to recognize the hazards around us, we risk harming ourselves and others and possibly dying. There are always reasons why and wherefore an accident occurs. There are a series of actions that culminate in an accident. This tragedy demonstrates to us that even a small error can result in harm, even death.
So I will discuss about engineering failure that happened. There is a second Penang Bridge ram collapse on 6th of June 2013. First of all, the Penang Second Bridge is a major infrastructure project in Malaysia connecting Seberang Perai and Penang Island. It has a total length of 16.4 km, including a 7.1 km expressway. The bridge was completed in 2013 after a construction period of 60 months. With a total cost of 4.5 billion ringgit, it plays a crucial role in improving transportation and enhancing connectivity in the region. On June 2013, a 30-meter section of the bridge under construction at Batu Maung interchange in Malaysia collapsed. The project was divided into sub-projects and the collapse ramp belongs to package 3A, located on the island of Batu Maung. The incident caused the death of one civilian and injuries to 4 individuals. A light green Kelisa vehicle was crushed and hydraulic jack were used to lift the debris. The injured victims were hurt by falling concrete and steel girder. The Department of Occupational Safety and Health, DOSH, revealed that procedural and technical negligence by the contractor, including the failure to register workers with the Construction Industry Development Board (CIDB). This non-compliance with CIDB regulation raises concern about worker qualification and adherence to safety standards, emphasizing the need of stricter enforcement and monitoring within the construction industry. In conclusion, the main causes that lead the incident are the workers were not registered with the board, the failure of the formwork support and the weak risk management, and the last one is the poor drainage system.
Every stage of construction project, including planning and design, pre-qualification and tender, project execution and operation and maintenance, is susceptible to unethical behavior. When such approaches are used, projects may be completed that are deemed superfluous, inappropriate, overcompleted, expensive or delayed. The failure of second Penang Bridge is due to the first thing first, the contractor failed to register its personnel with the Construction Industry Development Board (CIDB). The first investigation showed that some of the workers at the construction site of package 3A of the bridge intersection project had failed to register with the regulatory body. It emphasizes that contractors must register with CIDB under Act 520, declare and levy personal construction site supervision and experience, and provide building supplies. Secondly, owner-related factor in time overrun issues are accidents for which the client is liable. Changes in orders or design, late approvals of design papers and shop drawings, financial issues of the client, and delays in payment to contractors are some of the most prevalent owner-attributed reasons retrieved and recognized from various sources. Variation is defined in the construction business as a change in design elements and specification, construction work, project timeline, or other factors induced by changes to pre-planned circumstances, requirements, or assumptions. Lastly, corruption takes the form of deception and bribery, and Manson 2000 distinguished between political and bureaucratic corruption, individual and collective kind of corruption. Bribery, embezzlement, fraud, and extortion are the most common type of corruption detected. These notions partially overlap and are sometimes interchangeable with others. For this case, the bribery happens when the contractor chooses to turn a blind eye as they will also benefit themselves from.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to discuss the critical factors that contributed to the collapse of the second Penang Bridge. This tragic event serves a reminder of the dire consequences that can arise from a lack of professionalism in engineering and construction. In my presentation, I will focus on three key factors: the design phase, the construction phase, and communication and coordination. Let's begin with the design phase first. One of the primary causes of the bridge collapse was the failure to adhere to established engineering principles. This lack of adherence compromised the overall stability and structural integrity of the bridge. Additionally, comprehensive geotechnical investigations were not conducted, leading to an inadequate understanding of the soil conditions at the construction site. This dearth of vital information further contributed to the bridge failure. Moving on to the construction phase, the absence of a robust quality control process played a significant role in the collapse. Subpar material were used and improper construction techniques were employed, compromising the bridge structural integrity. Furthermore, there was insufficient oversight and monitoring throughout the construction process, exacerbating the vulnerabilities of the bridge. Finally, let's discuss about the communication and coordination. Deficiencies in communication among key stakeholders hindered the resolution of critical structural concerns. The lack of effective communication channels and a cohesive collaborative framework impeded the sharing of vital information, hindering the decision-making process necessary to rectify structural deficiencies. To summarize my points, the collapse of Second Penang Bridge underscores the significance of professionalism in the field of engineering and construction. In the design phase, adherence of engineering principles and comprehensive geotechnical investigation are crucial. During the construction phase, a robust quality control process, proper manual selection, and adherence to construction techniques are essential. Lastly, effective communication and coordination among stakeholders are paramount to timely issue resolution. In conclusion, it is imperative that we prioritize professionalism, uphold industry standards, and foster effective communication and coordination in engineering and construction projects. By doing so, we can enhance the safety, reliability, and longevity of critical infrastructure, ultimately ensuring the well-being of prosperity society as a whole. Thank you for your attention.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Syuhada binti Muhammad Shukri, student ID AA19152. I would like to present about the impact of tragedy on the environmental and related acts. So, buildings accidents may have a negative impact on the environment. Toxic elements released by debris include hazard chemicals that can contaminate the air, land and water supplies, to name a few. The structural debris from a collapsed building can also be toxic, polluting the environment and the air. It may be difficult to improve an area environment while hazard materials are present. To begin with, air pollution caused by pollutants such as particulate matter, greenhouse gases, and other air pollution can endanger the health of nearby population. In addition, when natural water courses are disrupted and drainage systems are clogged, additional development can increase traffic congestion, noise pollution, and the risk of flooding. Furthermore, construction sites can disrupt the habitats of local creatures such as flora and fauna. Finally, when hazard materials and products are used to construct buildings, there is a risk of pollution of nearby soil, water, and other natural resources. Next, for related acts, the Occupational Safety and Health Act, which is OSHA, of 1970 requires employers to provide a safe working environment for all employees, including protection from potential hazards, substances, and other environmental hazards. This includes ensuring that risks are detected, assessing the risks they pose, and taking the necessary steps to reduce or eliminate them. This could include providing employees with personal protection equipment, ongoing training, and advice on safe work practices, ergonomically designing the workplace, and properly monitoring the working environment. All of this information should be included in a comprehensive health and safety policy. Employers should be held liable if a fatal accident occurs in a building as a result of their failure to provide a safe working environment. The Occupational Safety and Health Act, which is OSHA, of 1917 is a critical piece of legislation for preventing fatalities in buildings. Next, the law established criteria for workplace safety and health conditions such as guardrail, stairway, and scaffolding construction rules, as well as inspection based on hazard and industry. Furthermore, OSHA limits the use of personal protective equipment and set limits on workplace noise levels and exposure to specific contaminants. OSHA also provides penalties and enforcement for non-compliance. Employer can ensure a safer workplace and reduce building days by strictly adhering to OSHA guidelines. So, for the last part, to summarize, engineers should follow a code of ethics when performing their duties because it will train them to be honest, impartial, fair, and equitable, as well as dedicated to the protection of public health, safety, and welfare. Engineers must also adhere to all procedures established during the course of their works. Engineers must also consider all possible outcomes when making a decision. Based on the planning, everyone must play their roles in order for the job to be completed successfully. Various processes must be used to manage safety on the construction site to ensure that it is a safe working environment for employees and those nearby. This is due to the site's physical activities for workers, construction equipment movement, and exposure to the general public. A healthy and safe work environment boosts employee morale, increase productivity and efficiency, reduce staff turnover, and avoid the financial consequences of workplace accidents and disease. Furthermore, training promotes the development of a health culture, reduce disease and injuries, and helps to uphold the legal obligation to protect employees. All workplaces must follow safety standards and provide personnel with health protection training in order to avoid injuries and accidents that could have catastrophic consequences. Furthermore, if no health and safety training is provided, employers are liable for injuries that occur in their workplace. If health and safety regulations are violated, large compensation package and fines may have a negative impact on an organization profitability and reputation. So that's all from us. Thank you.